Hi, I'm Steve Selig, founder of fit.test, and in this short video, I'm going to show you how fit.test is better than smartwatches for the estimation of VO2 max or VO2 peak. fit.test, as is this video, is directed towards exercise professionals who will then be able to provide a premium service for their clients. So first of all, I'm just going to outline in very much summary form the smartwatch method of estimating VO2 max. And so as every viewer here would realize, smartwatches are very good generally of measuring heart rate while someone is exercising, and also pretty good at measuring work rate or power on whatever mode of exercise someone is doing. And from this, they use their proprietary algorithms to convert the work or power to an estimate of VO2 for each workload. So generally the smartwatch method has people exercising for a number of days or a number of sessions in order to tune the estimate of VO2 peak. And it's based on a cluster method where the heart rate and the work rate are clustering around where the person is generally exercising at. And this just shows you one example. And here is another example with a few less data points, but nevertheless, there is what the smartwatch is attempting to do is to take this cluster of heart rates versus estimates of VO2 and in some way extrapolate up to VO2 peak or VO2 max. Now, the fit.test method uses a very different approach, and I use a linear regression model. So again, we have an accurate way of measuring heart rate. You'll just use your own method for that. I use the American College of Sports Medicine algorithms to convert power or work to estimates of VO2 at each workload. But one of the really big differences is that I recommend to all of my subscribers that they use an incremental work rate approach, where someone would start at a relatively low intensity of exercise and relatively low heart rate, and then progress through a series of stages, usually of 1 minute duration, until they reach the end point in that exercise test. And this is actually a real client's data here, one of my clients, and this is quite typical, where we get this tightly linear relationship between the estimates of VO2 and the actual heart rates, from which we can then extrapolate up based on, say, age predicted heart rate max or some other estimate of heart rate max in order to get an estimate of VO2 max or VO2 peak, shown by the red dot. This is the same approach using fit.test, but a very different type of athlete. This is a fairly elite masters athlete, quite an old gentleman, over 60 years of age. But we were able to do a 25 to 30 minute incremental test because he's an endurance cyclist, using very small step ups in work rate and heart rate each minute for 25 to 30 minutes. And again, we got this tightly controlled linear regression up to his estimate of VO2 peak or VO2 max. So it's an excellent method for getting that linearity and having really good confidence in your data. So that's just putting the same slide up as before, just showing you the comparison method. And I put it to you based on the comparison of the two approaches that fit.test is superior. Just coming on to a couple of my other clients or client types, where first of all, fit.test can handle individuals with less than perfect rhythms, cardiac rhythms, heart rate development over increments of exercise. And this is actually, again, real data from one of my clients showing a diversion away from that green line with some of those data points. But nevertheless, we still get a strongly linear regression up to that estimate of VO2 peak. And then fit.test can even handle the most arrhythmic, if you like, of cardiac rhythms that you'll see in exercise generally, and that is atrial fibrillation. This is sort of the extreme example. Again, this is one of my real clients. And again, you're getting that fairly linear, less than perfect, but as good as you can do, extrapolation up to VO2 peak. I put it to you that if if the two people here were using that clustering method on their smartwatches, you would get highly inaccurate estimates of VO2 peak. So Thank you for watching that video. And just before I leave, just to remind you that fit test will estimate VO2 max or VO2 peak over these 4 modes of exercise: walking, jogging, running, cycling, or stepping. And finally, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is just under my own name, Steve Selig. And my website is down on the bottom here. And also, if you want to email me at info@myfittest.com.au, I'll be pleased to answer any of your queries or help you. And don't forget, there's a free trial month if you decide to subscribe. Thanks for watching the video, and bye for now.